Good afternoon everybody, Tony from the garden again for Lewisburg Community TV. The first thing I'd like to clear up is I am no gardener, I'm a sailor in the garden, and these are a few bits and pieces I'm going to show you that I found useful. This is a section of the garden which was quite wild. I've trimmed it back, but it's inhabited by blackthorn which produce sloes. Now this section of the garden I haven't dug away the turf, but this section over here I have dug away the turf, and the plan is to plant some wild flowers to help the bees. Now siblings have a bit of rivalry, and my sister assures me that here the wild flowers will grow without removing the turf. I don't believe her, so I've removed the turf here, and when planted we'll see who wins the battle. So this is our two compost sections which are on the go, and this will be this year's. So this is all last year's grass clippings plus all the waste from the kitchen. So I bought a cement mixer before all the DIY places closed up with the virus. And I'm going to use this for some DIY jobs around the garden. Plus I thought it'd be easy for mixing some compost, sand and soil. So that's one wheelbarrow of compost in there. It's a bit rough, and this will be 2 wheelbarrows of sand. The reason I'm putting the sand and compost over this lot is to help me rake the wildflower seeds in, which will be a bit later on. That's 2 loads of sand and compost on here now. 1 more load should finish it off. And all the turfs that we cut out we've put on the front garden because there were some areas where the soil was a bit thin. So it's a twofold job really. Move it from here, put it there. So finally we're going to spread the wildflower mix seeds, just scattered over here, and we're going to do a test area on my sister's bit. And then finally we'll give it a quick rake and hope the birds won't eat it all. Right guys, that's about it for me today. Just before I go, for the Lewisburg community, especially the fishermen amongst you, as you know we get 2 tides a day and we get 2 spring tides a month. A spring tide being associated with a full moon or new moon. That's when the tide comes a long way up the beach and goes out a long way. Useful if you want to collect seaweed for the farmers. And a neap tide is when the tide doesn't go out so far and it doesn't come in so far, and that's associated with half a moon. Now with a spring tide in Lewisburg, that will always be at 8 in the morning or 8 in the evening approximately. And a neap tide will always be around 2 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon, again approximately. And when you look at half a moon with a neap tide, so if you look in the sky and you see half a moon, that's a neap tide. If the right side of the moon is illuminated, that means the moon is waxing or getting bigger and it's going towards a full moon. And if you look at the moon and the left-hand side is illuminated, that means the moon is waning or getting smaller and going towards a new moon. So if you want to impress your friends and you see a half a moon in the sky, you can say, high water in Lewisburg today will be 2 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon. Conversely, if you see a full moon, you can say, oh yes, high water's 8 in the morning or 8 in the evening. Might impress them, but no. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and see you again sometime. Bye.